Why am I dieting and exercising and not losing weight? Well, this is my jam. I love talking about this, so let's go through it. In this video, we'll go through the number one biggest lie in weight loss and how that pertains to you. And then we'll cover the mistakes you could be making. And last, we'll dive into how to lose 10% of your body weight every month without shakes, pills, diet foods, or even exercise. I absolutely love this subject because I lived so many years believing this lie, and I lived with a lot of shame and guilt because I was a fat athlete. I actually was one of the top ranked athletes in the world, voted one of the top 3 most dangerous females on the planet, and I started to get fat. And it didn't make any sense to me because I was an elite level athlete. I was setting records. I was breaking records. I was riding my bike, my road bike and my mountain bike all over the world through France and Switzerland and Germany and Italy. I've ridden all over with really fast riders and I was able to keep up with them, a female keeping up with guys. And yet, at the time I was the fittest, I was also the fattest I'd ever been. And it didn't make any sense to me because I was taught, well, you just need to move more. Well, crap. I mean, I'm gonna blow out a knee before I even make a dent in my weight loss if I exercise anymore. I mean, I'm training and working out constantly. I was miserable. I had foggy brain. My gut was hanging down. My cellulite was hanging out of my cycling kit. I was tired all the time. I had IBS. I just didn't feel good. And yet I was exercising all the time. Maybe you're dieting and exercise and this might be you. And you know what? I get it. I absolutely get it. But let's talk about what could be going wrong with you. So what is the number one biggest lie in weight loss? Yeah, it's that you have to exercise to lose weight and nothing could be further from the truth. Just hearing that, I hope that brings you some sort of freedom. Just hearing me say, yeah, no, you don't have to go to a gym, Karen. You don't have to go get a CrossFit membership or an Orange Theory membership or go run 22 miles a week. Plus it ain't gonna do you no good. Come on. Let me do a little math for you, okay? Let me prove it to you. A pound of fat is roughly 3,500 calories. Well, I burn roughly 300 calories during a 3-mile run, which I do several times a week with my dog, Annabelle. So I brought my app here to show you this. Calories burned, 299. There's the mileage right there, 3.06. With this information, you're saying that I'm gonna have to do 12 runs to burn 1 pound of fat? That is absolutely impossible to do. Nobody can do this. There is absolutely no way you are going to out-train your bad diet. You can't exercise enough to burn off this weight. Let me give you another example. I did a 12-week training with Chris Gethin, who is a professional bodybuilder, an author, an entrepreneur, a CEO, and he runs one of the largest companies for supplements in the world. And he happens to be my friend and my neighbor. I did 12-week training sessions just to get really lean, just to get super ripped. You know, the lockdown just happened. I was bored and I wanted to do things his way. Oh, he had me working out 3 hours a day. And if I made one little mistake on my diet, it would show up on the scale and it would show up in my progress photos. It wasn't enough. The 3 hours a day wasn't enough to even cover one little mistake on my diet. And you would think 3 hours a day, Christy, you can get away with anything. You can get away with ordering Domino's pizza. No, I couldn't. I couldn't even make one little mistake without it showing up. So your diet being in line is absolutely key. Exercise is not the answer. And you need to know, and this is gonna sound weird, that weight loss and exercise don't mix. I know, mind-blowing. Eating for weight loss and eating for performance is as far as the East is from the West. They are night and day different. A lot of performance athletes eat a certain way, but they're not trying to lose weight. Losing weight is different. You've got to put yourself in a caloric deficit. You've got to make sure that your carbs and sugar are down low so you're not triggering a lot of insulin. You got to make sure your fat percentage is up high and your protein is right there where it should be. But that might not yield the best performance. So when you try to mix those two, you could run into some serious problems. And I've had some people on the Code Red lifestyle that go through my custom program and they still continue to exercise. So when you're first adapting to the Code Red lifestyle and you're eating for weight loss, you might notice that your performance in the gym or your run times or the amount that you're going to be able to lift, it's not going to be as good until you adapt to being a more fat adapted athlete. So yes, it can be done, but you're going to be a little bit miserable in the beginning. So it's always just much easier to eat for weight loss. Don't worry about PRing on your overhead clean and snatch, and just stick with the plan for weight loss. Before I go any further, I want to hear from you. What was your experience mixing exercise and weight loss? Comment below, tell me your story, and I'd love to hear what you went through. Another thing you'll notice when you are exercising during weight loss mode is exercise is going to make you hungrier. It is. You're not burning as many calories as you think, but you are burning them more than just sitting around the house, more than just vacuuming or chasing your 2-year-old. Yeah, if you do a 3-mile run, obviously you're burning, like me, probably right around 300 calories, depending on your size. But it's also going to trigger you to want to eat more because you're gonna be hungrier. If you're in weight loss mode, you eat the amount of calories I tell you to eat. You don't even go one single calorie over. You eat the exact amount of grams that I put in your custom program, the exact amount of sugar, the exact amount of fat, the exact amount of protein. You don't get to change your numbers just because you went to Orange Theory. In fact, you better not change your numbers. You want to watch my head explode. If you choose to exercise during weight loss mode, you have to deal with that hunger. I touched on this a little bit, but I do want to say that unless you're tracking meticulously, you're not burning as much as you think you are during exercise. If you just put your hands on the sensors of the treadmill, that's not going to give you an accurate calorie burn amount because that treadmill doesn't know who you are. It doesn't know if you're an 87-year-old grandma that just came off a hip replacement surgery or if you're a 23-year-old linebacker for Ole Miss. It doesn't know. So how is it going to give you accurate calorie tracker? No, it can't. When you do go to accurately track your calories using a Polar chest strap or some sort of a Garmin chest strap, you're going to quickly realize, oh man, I wasn't burning nearly as much as I thought. And even if you are burning a lot, like I was when I was training with Chris, it's not enough to outdo a bad diet. You also could be stalling your weight loss with frequent eating. I know a lot of CrossFit athletes, and you guys might think I'm against CrossFit. I actually love CrossFit, and I belong to a CrossFit gym. But I know a lot of fat CrossFit athletes that will go do a really hard workout and they're super strong and they're super fit, but they're way overweight. And then they'll go home and they'll just eat all day long, over and over, meal after meal, 3 meals and 2 snacks, and 60, 70, 80 pounds overweight. Does that make any sense to you? No, they got it wrong. So frequent eating is gonna beat up your body. It's gonna beat up your digestive system. It's gonna trigger loads of insulin. It's not gonna give your hormones a chance to just return to baseline. No. The magic happens in between the meals, so you're definitely going to want to leave that 5 hours in between meals. On my custom program, you can lose 10% of your body weight every month. You can do that math. That's 3rd grade math, okay? 10% of 200 is 20. Yeah. I'll link it up below. If you're interested in diving in and skipping to the front of the line, I suggest you get a customized nutrition program. You're going to fill out a long questionnaire. It's going to be 33 questions. You're going to get medically screened by our staff RN, and I'm going to give you your fully customized numbers. That means all of your calories, your water, your fat, your protein, your carbs, your sugar, everything. When you're going to eat your meals, we're going to talk about everything. I leave no stone unturned in my custom programs, and I'm going to expect you to lose weight every week when you turn in your weight to me on Fridays. So a custom program is really hardcore, but you have your custom program forever and you'll never go around this weight loss mountain again. So get yourself a custom program and my staff will help you out. We coach 20 hours a day, so we're never going to leave you by yourself. It's got a great support system. But if you're not quite ready for a fully customized program, you can always join our rolling monthly challenge. You can lose 10 pounds in 1 month by doing very simple things. Not nearly as in-depth as the custom program, but still a very good way to dip your toe into the lifestyle and figure out if this is for you. Of course, the proper human diet we believe is for every human, but you've got to be okay with my coaching style, and that's a great chance for you to figure that out. So click the link below and remember, this doesn't include exercise.